Preface: the geostrategy of the 21st century originates from old calculations that have been revitalized with new spirit. Therefore, specific geostrategies are discussed, namely 1. The Commonwealth of Poland and Intermarium 2. Turan 3. Viziriestan 4. South China 5. Shanghai Region 6. The Greater Middle East, MESCA, Abrahamic Agreement 7. North America 8. South America, Global Gateway 9. Africa, of course, countries like Russia, Turkey, Iran, and China have their own geostrategic considerations. However, these geostrategic calculations are not viable. For instance, Turkey has several geostrategies that it implements simultaneously, specifically 1. The Ottoman Empire 2. Turan 3. Regional Leadership 4. Leadership of the Islamic world implementing any of these strategies under modern conditions is unrealistic. Therefore, a detailed description of them is unnecessary, and they can only be referenced in context. For example, the geostrategy of Turan is backed by England's narrative, and its relevance and current interest lie in the connection with England's geostrategy, Global Britain. Russia executed an energy empire strategy, which was successful for 20 years during a period when the Anglo-Saxons were inactive in Europe. However, as soon as the United Kingdom decided on Brexit, starting in 2016 and completing in 2020, and began pursuing its own geostrategy in the Eurasian continent, Russia's strategy, built over the years, collapsed in just 5 years, by 2025. China pursued its strategy of the Belt and Road, but it has been delayed and is practically paralyzed. China's economy is experiencing a recession, while the U.S. economy is seeing a growth boom. Iran pursued its strategy in the Middle East, but in just a year and a half, it lost the proxy system built over many years. Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis have been destroyed, and Iran has been expelled from Syria. The world is governed by those who create and manage development directions, strategic initiatives. The ruling trilateral, US, UK, Israel, has formed a cascading sequence of strategic initiatives, taking into account the strategic interests of all three countries in the fight against the anti-trilateral, Russia, Iran, China. The goal of this battle is to defeat the anti-trilateral and establish it in a subordinate position. The ruling trilateral is characterized by 1. Generating and mutually agreeing upon strategic initiatives. 2. Coordination while considering the interests of all parties. 3. Strategic agreement within the trilateral. 4. Ongoing informal processes and adjustments. The formulation and management of strategic initiatives is a powerful tool strengthened by modern technologies, available only to highly developed countries. China, Russia, and Iran have their own strategic initiatives, but the technological advantage of the ruling trilateral is so great that no country in the anti-trilateral, whether individually or together, can cope with or oppose the effective implementation of the strategic initiatives of the ruling trilateral. The 2020s of the 21st century are marked by a civilizational clash between Western democracy and Eastern tyranny. This civilizational clash will lead to significant changes in the world by 2050. The following chapters of this book will address all of this in detail. Geostrategy of the second quarter of the 21st century, 2025 to 2050. Global view: technological development and simulation modeling. Technological progress has led to the development of a new level of computer simulations. Similar to how pilots undergo training using flight simulators, simulation modeling is used in politics and geopolitics. This process is permanent, involving constant adjustments and analysis. Modern methods of information gathering and analysis. 80% of modern intelligence is obtained from open sources. Using big data and 6th/7th generation technologies, in-depth correlational analysis and accurate predictions of events are made. Knowledge of historical data and their processing with artificial intelligence is important for observing future trends. Additionally, insider information and expert analysis contribute to obtaining a realistic view of the situation, which reflects field practice. World moderators' supranational structures of agreement are entities through which global moderators, intelligence agencies, resolve emerging problems, reach agreements, and clear operational blockages. Every society has invisible management structures. When moderators conduct certain operations, they rely on these structures, recruit them, satisfy their interests, and then request the fulfillment of their desires. A thorough understanding of a specific nation's structure allows one to determine which moderator it works with, where it receives funding, and which game it plays. If the specific issue is not well known, one may generalize inaccurately and fall into error. Great Britain, as an empire, which has never ceased being an empire, only changing the form of its empire, has always had strong intelligence agencies. This is connected to the fact that England, as a state, was formed in the shape of an intelligence agency, as during Queen Elizabeth's 45-year reign, there were 30 conspiracies against her. It should be emphasized that informal unions of the old style, such as various lodges, are no longer relevant in today's world, and all power is in the hands of intelligence agencies. Intelligence agencies are so powerful that they have cataloged all informal groups and work with them as needed. Therefore, real global power lies in the hands of intelligence agencies, which cooperate and also compete with each other. Seeking a new balance since 2016, the global balance has been disturbed. The USA, China, and Russia formed the old triangle, but new geostrategic processes involve the following: England's projects, Millennium, Tehran, Waziristan, South China; Russia's activities, Ukraine, Syria, South Caucasus, Central Asia. This happened against the backdrop of the European Union's dependence on cheap Russian raw materials. China's strategy, One Belt, One Road. New redistribution geopolitics is polarized into two blocks: the trilateral, USA, Great Britain, Israel, and their partners, Japan, South Korea, the EU. Anti-trilateral, China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. The first confrontation occurred in the Russia-Ukraine War, 2022, while the second hotspot became the Middle East, 2023. Russia had planned to occupy Ukraine in 1 week, but an unexpected outcome occurred. Russia failed to achieve total occupation of Ukraine and only occupied 20% of its territory, ending up in a prolonged war with Ukraine, followed by sanctions that pushed Russia to the brink of economic collapse after 3 years. Russia lost its market in the EU, and the Nord Stream 2 pipeline was destroyed. Europe completely cut off Russia's raw materials. The second hot spot in the Middle East began in October 2023. Israel is destroying Iranian proxy forces, Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. Iran's complete destruction is becoming inevitable. Against this backdrop, Syria has fractured into several parts. Russia has been expelled from Syria. Syrian Kurdistan is the embryonic form of a future Greater Kurdistan, and if realized, it will lead to the breakup of Turkey, Iran, and Iraq. Naturally, Turkey will fiercely fight to prevent this and to secure a place as a military strategic leader in the region, competing with Israel, for whom the military strategic leadership of the Middle East is essential for its survival.
Click below to learn more.
Click the link below to learn more.